Ooh boy. Ooh fucking boy.
Bruce!
I'm fine. Really.
You are not fine, Bruce. None of this is fine. You were nearly killed tonight. Those minutes of silence, waiting for you to respond, they were the worst of my life. I didn't know if you were alive or dead, or if I would ever see you again.
I'm so sorry to put you through that, Al.
You'll just do it again tomorrow?
Yeah, I totally will. Sorry.
We already lost Lucius. I couldn't bear losing you, too. We can talk about all this later. Come on now. Let's get you patched up. As if he wasn't bad enough, now Director Waller knows your identity. That information in her hands?
Waller isn't the one we need to worry about. Bane is still on the loose, with enough guns to arm a small militia.
I understand. The man died for you tonight, Bruce. Tried to save you from that monstrosity. Too many have died. In too short a time. The cost of this war, it just continues to rise.
Alfred, we will get through this. You know that, right? This storm will pass.
Yes, I know that, Bruce, and I'm sorry for not being my resolute self. It's just this Bane is terrifying. We've never seen this kind of destructive power before.
Waller was right about one thing. Riddler was just a small part of a larger threat. Let's begin with the dart I pulled from his neck.
Got it?
I'm good, thanks, Al. Huh. There's still some toxin left in here.
What kind of toxin?
Something new. There's a whole series of powerful psychoactive meds in this cocktail. Drugs that are lethal when combined.
Who could have come up with such a concoction?
And did the same person pull the trigger?
Bane's attack was one of 3 tonight, all at the same time.
Let's bring him up. Get an assessment of the damage.
Review the events of the crime wave that shook Gotham. Is there a way I could check out the character thing? I guess not. GothCorp Labs.
GothCorp Labs, genetic research facility. Where do we even start with this?
Yes, I have no idea.
Authorities can't determine what was even stolen until all of
Is that ice?
melts.
Oh, is that
It's
Mr.
going to be
Freeze?
Some completely encased in ice.
Others
Yes!
were frozen solid. Some
Yes!
of their limbs shattered as they fled.
Oh, yes.
Waller's intel shows that the thieves made off with numerous pieces of equipment used in the storage and transportation of biological material.
I
For
don't
his
even
wife?
want to think what they'd want that for.
No IDs on any suspects, though. Security cameras frozen. All witnesses dead.
Damn. And now the brokerage.
Gotham brokerage.
Quinn!
10 million in diamonds stolen. Some safety deposit boxes emptied. Contents unknown. Over a dozen dead, and even more wounded. Mostly
Damn.
by gunshot, though some victims had their heads smashed in.
Ooh.
That's barbaric. Witnesses place Harleen Quinzel at the scene, dressed up as a clown and wielding a mallet.
Don't ask me.
Riddler's friends are as insane and gruesome as he was. Perhaps even more.
Those same witnesses say that she acted alone. All that carnage. All by herself.
Ugh. She's much more monstrous in this game. Ah, there's the codex. Okay. Let's look at the Gotham feed first. Gotham citizens support GCPD Batman partnership. Is this the same article that I read earlier? Yeah, these are like the same articles. Okay, here we go. Here's some new stuff. Family describes slain Wayne employee as hero. Friends, family, and even billionaire Bruce Wayne gathered at Gotham's Divinity Church today to pay their respects to Lucius Fox, the Wayne Enterprise Chief Technology Officer killed in the explosion that rocked Wayne Tower last Tuesday. An emotional Tiffany Fox, the executive's daughter, described her father as my hero. Fox had been a longtime employee of Wayne Enterprises, shepherding the company's cutting-edge technology through research and development and onto the market. Many have credited him as the true genius behind the Wayne Company's enormous success. Though Bruce Wayne himself declined to speak to the press at the funeral, in a statement he called Fox irreplaceable and my most trusted advisor. Following the funeral, Fox was laid to rest in a family plot at Gotham Cemetery. Opinion. I was wrong about Batman. It's not often I admit defeat, so print this one out and hang it on your refrigerator. Today's a banner day, and it won't come around again anytime soon. That's right, I'm telling you I was wrong. About what, you ask? Batman, of course. Mind you, I'm not looking to invite the guy over for dinner anytime soon, but ever since I first heard the word Batman, I've been warning anyone who would listen that at best, he's a lunatic, and worst, he's a grave danger to our city. Which brings us to now. Last night, I took my dog for a walk after work, in the dark near Cobblebot Park, and guess what? The dog and I made it out alive. The thought of being mugged didn't even cross my mind, which made me realize just how safe our streets have become the past few weeks. And it made me think, maybe this Batman guy, who's been helping out the cops, isn't such a bad guy after all. Sure, I'd love to know why he's doing what he's doing, but maybe that's just the old reporter in me. For now, I think I'm happy just knowing things are getting better. Bizarre Riddler launches terrorist attack at Gotham Casino. Gotham police are on the lookout for a masked criminal known as the Riddler after he led a brazen terrorist attack at the Virago last night. That attack was stopped by Batman with the assistance of the GCPD, further proof of their successful partnership. The focus of the attack was reportedly Gotham businessman Rumi Mori, who is currently hospitalized in what officials say is a serious but stable condition. The Riddler evaded capture and remains at large. However, GCPD Commissioner James Gordon said all available resources will be assigned to his immediate capture. He's dead now, so it doesn't matter. However, Gordon would not comment on reports that operatives from the agency were on the scene almost immediately. Investigation into Wayne Tower explosion continues. Wow, these are a lot of articles. Authorities are still searching for the cause of a massive explosion that rippled through the high-rise headquarters of Wayne Enterprise in downtown Gotham last Tuesday. According to multiple reports, the agency, a highly secretive governmental crime-fighting organization, has also joined the investigation. The explosion, which killed Wayne Chief Technology Officer Lucius Fox and injured 14 others, is still being called an industrial accident. The involvement of the agency in the investigation raises many questions about the nature of the explosion, but both GCPD and Wayne Enterprises aren't making further comments at this time. Wayne Biotech and Trigen merger rumored. Oh. Playboy and Wayne Enterprises CEO Bruce Wayne was spotted late Saturday night at the Virago Casino alongside the casino's owner, Rumi Mori, a renowned businessman and philanthropist. Mori is a recent victim of the masked criminal, the Riddler. While a Wayne Enterprise public affairs spokesman refused to give a statement regarding the meeting, it is no secret that Wayne Enterprises is growing its biotechnological division. Wayne Biotech, while one of Mori's largest holdings, is in Trigen, a local biotech company. A merger or joint partnership between Trigen and Wayne Biotech would benefit the smaller Trigen, which has been struggling to carve a place for itself in the international markets in which Wayne Biotech is already established. What some have called professional competition, certain market analysts have called bitter rivalry. With the heads of these two prominent companies meeting over drinks, perhaps this rivalry is finally at an end. 5 things you need to know about the agency. Wondering about the imposing G-men who have been popping up at Gotham's crime scenes? We sat head down with one of their agents and gathered 5 quick facts that will shed some light on these shadowy figures. Waller is at the head. Amanda Waller is a former congressional aide, was promoted 6 months ago to regional director of the agency. Region, everywhere. Gotham falls under the agency's jurisdiction, as does the entire United States. Riddler's focus. For those of you thinking that the agency presence means a crackdown on Gotham's crime, their only goal here is to track down the infamous Riddler. Armed and dangerous. Don't get in their way, because the agency has been authorized to use deadly force. The nation's best. The agency is the United States' topmost covert organization and accepts only the most skilled and decorated individuals into their ranks. And now we go to the Codex. Let's see if anything is updated. Jim came through for me again and gave me much needed information on Harley Quinn's background, which I might be able to use in my mission to infiltrate her group. I'm glad I decided to put my trust in Gordon instead of Waller. Our relationship means more to me than whatever momentary advantage the director could offer. Montoya is a valuable ally, and it means a lot to me to have an officer of her caliber in my corner. I'm not sure how she feels about Bruce Wayne, however, especially after I went to question Mori. Yeah... That's a good point. Deceased. Lucius is gone. He died in an explosion at Wayne Tower, helping me solve Riddler's puzzle. Loyal friend to the end, his last words will always haunt me. That psycho Riddler was responsible for his death, and I will stop it at nothing to avenge him. John Doe. Long thing for him. I never thought I'd see John's face again until he showed up at Lucius's funeral. Evidently, he listed me as his emergency contact when he was discharged from Arkham. Could he be stalking me? He wanted to meet some of his new friends. I accepted his invitation. He was already making a scene at the funeral. I just wanted to keep him from flying off the handle. Something good did come out of our conversation. John gave me a solid lead on Riddler's location that pointed me to an abandoned water tower in Gotham's East End. Could John Doe and the Riddler really be connected? And if so, how? Alfred Pennyworth. Nothing updated for him. Tiffany Fox. I don't know if this was here before. I think it was. Lucius's funeral didn't go well. Tiffany naturally had questions about her father's death, specifically if Riddler's contraption had anything to do with it. So I told her the truth. I owed her an honest explanation, but in this case, honesty was not the best policy. She blew up at me, threatening to dig deeper into what Lucius and I were doing. Maybe I should get in front of that. Amana Vesta. Agent Blake informed me his partner, Agent Vesta, is in the hospital, recovering from the traumatic hearing loss she suffered at the hands of Riddler. I can't help but blame myself for her situation. I know that the circumstances were impossible. It was the lives of 3 agents or Vesta's hearing. But that doesn't excuse the part I played in changing her life. Amanda Waller. Waller confessed to knowing my true identity. This might prove to be dangerous, especially if I choose not to cooperate with her. She warned me to share with her all new information I uncover. I didn't follow her up on instructions to keep her in the loop when I decided to call Gordon instead of her after the attack on the GCPD arsenal. I don't know how badly this may shake her confidence in me, something I'd like to avoid considering the leverage she could use against me. Vernon Blake. The Riddler ambushed agents Blake and Avesta at the docks, using them as bait for me in one of his sick games. In an attempt to save his partner, Agent Blake pleaded with me to lose in order to save Agent Avesta's life. I couldn't do that. Agent Blake narrowly survived his encounter with the Riddler, though I'm not sure if he'll forgive me for allowing his partner to lose her hearing in the process. He didn't seem too pissed at me. I'm sure he's not happy, but, you know. Eli remains in police custody and refuses to give up and information about the Riddler, his plans, or his allies. It's unclear if Eli stays silent out of loyalty or fear. Well, he's dead now, so he'll probably talk. Riddler deceased. The Riddler ambushed Agent Avesta and her team at the docks in an elaborate trap. He forced me into playing one of his games in exchange for their lives. In the end, I managed to outsmart him, but at heavy cost. Before we could bring him in for questioning, Riddler was mysteriously killed with a poison dart to the neck. All I have now is cryptic last words. They broke the Pact. But who are they, and why did they want him dead? Rumi Mori. I decided to pay Mori a visit at his casino, where he was being kept under the watchful eye of the agency. He admitted to selling Riddler the missiles that he has been using to target his enemies. In exchange for giving up Riddler's location, Mori demanded I pay for his escape out of the country. I agreed to help him in return for his cooperation, and transferred the money for his escape from Waller's grip. I left with the intel on Riddler and possibly a new ally, though it's unclear how helpful he could be now that he's in hiding. The agency. I have to work with the agency now or risk Waller exposing my identity. With Riddler gone, their main target appears to be the group of international criminals he was the ringleader of. Nothing updated on Thomas Wayne. Nothing updated on Martha Wayne. Gotham City, a new class of criminals has converged on Gotham. According to Waller, they're the best of their kind, and the most dangerous. John Doe, the Riddler, Dr. Quinzel, how many of them are there? Riddler's plans to terrorize the city ended with his death, but his friends are far from finished. I'll need to deal with this new threat to Gotham, and soon. Arkham Asylum, nothing new. Wayne Enterprises, it was a homing missile that caused the explosion at Wayne Tower. I should never have brought Riddler's puzzle into the office. I put my employees at risk. We might be able to rebuild the tower, but we'll never be able to fill the hole left in the ranks by Lucius's loss. Crime Alley, nothing updated. Riddler's hideout, okay, wow. Gordon and I found where Riddler sleeps. He set up a hideout in an old water tower on the edge of Gotham's East End. Walking around the place was like taking a tour of Riddler's twisted psychology. It is methodical and obsessive in his sadism, using agents as guinea pigs to test out prototypes of his murder boxes. Designed to be giant in an escape room, Gordon and I almost didn't get out of there alive. Luckily, Gordon was instrumental in solving his riddle, and we managed to escape together. I guess two heads really are better than one. Gotham City Police Department HQ. Waller used her political clout to take over the GCPD. It's unclear how she'll use her power, but from what I've seen, she won't let police procedure get in her way. And that's it. Yep, that's it. Okay. Anything else? No, that seems to be it.
Guns? Money? Biotech? What are they planning?
We won't know until we get to Bane.
I don't mean to cause offense, but you're in no shape to beat the information out of that monster. Or take on his friends, if it comes to it. We've already seen how formidable Bane is on his own. Taking on all of them, that would be suicide in your current condition.
Of course I could use help. But both the GCPD and the agency are stretched thin. One thing's for sure. We can't just wait around for Bane to strike again. The death toll is already too high.
Waller might have been right. Some problems might be better solved by Bruce Wayne. Riddler said his friends abandoned him at the Lady of Dublin.
He alluded to the fact that John Doe was one of them.
If that's the case, then John can get you close to the others. He already wants you to meet them. John Doe might be your best chance of getting inside, finding out what they're up to.
You're right. John's my ticket in. If I play my cards right, John might tell me most of what I want to know.
Well, the less you have to mingle with his friends, the better I'll feel about all this.
Same.
It'll be dangerous approaching Bane and his people this way. They'll be suspicious of anyone who isn't a proven criminal. You'll have to give the performance of a lifetime to pull the wool over their eyes.
I'm skilled at deception.
My father was one of the best-known criminals in Gotham. It should be easy enough to pretend I'm following in his footsteps.
I suppose it could work.
So that's it then. I find John Doe and accept his offer.
John, I'd like to take you up on your offer. Excellent news. Can we meet? No, just the place. The stacked deck.
The stacked deck. That's where he is.
I suppose you couldn't wait an hour or two while you rest.
Fuck that.
Not a chance.
Is that the bar from season 1? Are we gonna see Frank again?